Live. Welcome everyone to the first ever virtual game in Goffstown. Tonight we have the Grizzlies of Goffstown taking on the Bishop Girton Cardinals virtually. I'm Broden McCune. Joined with me is Caleb Brown. Caleb, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Broden. So you might know me as the voice of Grizzlies basketball. So this is a simulated matchup of the would-be state championship, and we are underway here.
Yeah, this is groundbreaking stuff we're watching, Caleb. So we're gonna start off with Emily Doherty on the wing. Looks like she's got the ball there, dribbling around, trying to find somebody open. So as she pulls from mid-range and gets that one to go, Goffstown's going to start off with a 2-0 lead. So this is something that we saw the Suns, the NBA team, doing, and we decided to kind of emulate that in our own right. And little different, though, because we had to create our own teams. And sadly, 2K does not allow WNBA to be edited. So technically, these are NBA teams you're watching tonight, and all the characters are male. So we couldn't find any other alternative. So technically, yes, all of our girls basketball team is male in tonight, but everything else is correct. So we just like to thank everybody already tuned in, and we've got a little interesting thing here at the bottom here. Shannon Gifford in this simulated season is leading the league in rebounds per game with 17.6, as Much More takes it to the rack and gets that one to go. That's
So,
like
yeah, Shannon.
that's like record numbers, Caleb.
So Shannon, if you're watching this right now, your 2K counterpart is like putting up tennis Rodman numbers. So you got some work to do.
Yeah, that's quite insane, especially the fact that I believe she's around 5'9", going up against 6'8" power forwards in the league. We're gonna see Aaron Carney drive in, and Kelly with some good shot contest there. Brandon's gonna bring the ball up. So 2-2 already to start the game off. Another little adjustment here is that there is a shot clock, which we normally don't see in NHIAA. We have that 5-second rule, but no shot clock in boys or girls basketball. So Kelly struggling with that shot clock, and in and out, can't get that mid-range jumper to go.
Yeah, that's not the shot you wanted to take, Broden. She's more known for taking it right to the rim and shooting the outside shot.
As Much More drives right to the rim, and Gifford comes down with the rebound on that one. We normally don't see attendance this high. 19,000 virtual fans here tonight for the Grizzlies.
That's
and
about the population of Goffstown right there.
Yeah, like double the population of Goffstown, and everyone watching from home as Kelly drives in and gets that layup. This figurative season, Kelly's got 30.8 points per game at home and 31 away, which those are quite accurate numbers. I believe she dropped a season high 38 points in a game as Stack drives right in and gets that one to go. That was an easy shot for Stack there.
Yeah, just took it right down to the rim.
Just straight in for Stack. Doherty inside, can't get that one to go. Smith driving to Stack again, and Stack just takes that one right into the heart of the defense and gets it to go. Brandon taking up the ball for Goffstown.
BG with the first lead of the night.
Yep. Walsh on her left side. That's where she likes it when she's driving. She can't get that one, though. Passes off to Doherty. Doherty driving. Pulls up from mid-range. Doesn't get that one to go. Strong with the offensive rebound and can't get the rebound again. Carney with the rebound. Wilcox out to Much More. Much More is going to pull. Much More gets that one. And BG has a 4-point lead here going into this one. So Much More also doing quite well on the road here in our figurative season. Much More and Carney were probably one of the best backcourt duos in the state this year, right up there with Walsh and Brannon. As Brannon gets that one swatted away again. 2 blocks on the play from Megan Stack. Yes, Stack there at the center position is 6 foot, and she's a freshman. That's size you don't see all that often, especially in girls basketball.
Absolutely not.
Stack with the fadeaway, doesn't get that one to go. Brannon pulls down the rebound. It looked like she had Shannon there driving. Walsh on the left side, guarded by Carney. Out to Doherty. Pick set by Strong. Doherty driving. And the fadeaway doesn't get that one to go. And Strong on the inside. That was a nice little reverse-like layup. Carney's taking this one up for the Cardinals. So yeah, we went through this process. I created the rosters and the uniforms for both teams as Carney gets fouled by Walsh there. Going to see the first foul shot of the night. We created all of these uniforms, recreated them into 2K as best as possible, as we see virtual coach Steve Largy there on the screen. Much more taking the shot here.
Virtual Coach Larky seems a little worse for wear, Broden.
Yeah, as close as we could get for him as well. Carney hits her first one. That one looked perfect, straight down there. Again, these players may not look like the normal players you see every day because they are in fact the wrong gender. So we apologize for that once again. Out of our control in this one, is something 2K limits you to. As Carney is perfect from the free throw line that time. Brandon going to take this one up for Goffstown. Brandon going to the left, not something we see all that often. That is where her three-point shot is best from, though. Doherty at the top of the key. You can see that little ice meter, that snowflake, showing that she's cold from the field tonight, and she's going to get that one away as she hits the mid-range. So Doherty today with a little bit extra offensive production. Maybe that's Goffstown's special weapon coming in. We know somebody other than Kelly Walsh needed to be included, as Smith is perfect on the release from the three-point line. So, Caleb, what do you think of Doherty's extra offensive contribution here?
Well, I definitely know that BG's going to try to clamp down on Walsh and Brennan, so maybe that's going to open up the opportunities for.
Yeah, and there's an obvious reason why they're setting up their defense to face Kelly Walsh, as she just gets a perfect look on the inside there. Double teamed is Carney on the inside and gets that one to go. That's going to be a 5-point lead.
Still gets it anyway.
Yeah, that's going to be a 5-point lead for Bishop Girton now, as Strong gets it. Doherty with the jab step, and let's see what she does with it here. We haven't seen much from Shannon Gifford yet, other than rebounds. Out to Brandon, out to Gifford. Let's see what they do. Sets the pick from Strong. Gifford takes it back up. That's a mismatch there with Stack. And oh, what a fancy play by Gifford. Can't get that one to go though. Wilcox bringing it up. Out to Smith on the outside. And Carney back out to Much More. Much More driving with Doherty on her. And Smith on the inside. Gifford's going to back off, put her hands up though. And shot clock. Doesn't get that one to go. Fighting the shot clock there was Much More. Brandon taking this one up the floor for Goffstown. A little step back move there. She was wide open. I don't know why she didn't shoot that one, Caleb.
Wasn't quite feeling it.
Must not have been. We haven't seen a shot from Liv Brandon yet, as Doherty drives and passes it back out to Strong. Oh, Strong had another open look, and they just... Oh, Kelly with the fadeaway. Doesn't get that one to go. Shannon pulls down the offensive rebound, and it's snatched by Smith. Wow. She just palmed that one out of the air.
Already several rejections from Bishop Girton, and they're not making it easy so far tonight for Goffstown.
Yeah, Smith and Stack on the inside there are not a small duo, as Brandon with the incredible shot contest, standing at 5'4" versus 5'11" from Smith. No good from mid-range for Brandon, though. I think Goffstown needs to pace themselves a little bit. They're coming up the floor quick, and they can't really get those breakaways unless you've got Kelly contributing at this point. Carney up top. Way out there for Carney. Sizing up Walsh as Much More takes one from three. Doesn't get that one to go. Doherty pulls down the rebound. Here comes Kelly. Oh, that's going to be the end of the first quarter, however. We're going to try and take as little breaks as possible just to keep this one as quick and as virtually quick as possible, at least. So at the end of the first quarter, BG has a 5-point lead over Goffstown. Something we were possibly expecting, as the first matchup of the year came with the 70-34 outcome. A little closer than earlier in the year, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely this Bishop Girton team in real life and in the simulation are a force to be reckoned with. And
yeah.
Honestly, I don't think any team would want to face them.
No, you've got Stack in the center there as she's on fire. The 2K mailman power up there, I guess you could say. We see Smith trying to work that inside post on Gifford as Carney's at the top of the key. Switch with Brannon and drives in. Oh, I thought that was going to be a clean call for Shannon as she gets the shooting foul. We're going to see Carney back on the line for BG. She was perfect the last trip, so So let's see what she could do here. Looks like the virtual den's getting ready to rumble here with their boomsticks and their hopeful distraction to Carney as she hits that first one. She normally does that. I can say that. She's a great scorer along with Kelly, both 1,000-point scorers. Kelly, however, set the record for most points scored in Goffstown history. I'm not sure about Carney, but both respectively great scorers. As we see, Emily Peterson has checked in for Goffstown with Brandon taking the ball up. So this is now a 7-point lead for BG as Walsh has the ball, guarded tightly by Carney. Here comes the pick from Strong. Walsh straight to the hoop and fouled hard. She couldn't get that shot off there with Stack all over her. Let's see how Walsh is, as Carney has been perfect from the line tonight. Let's see if she can match her opponent's 100% free throw percentage. Kelly normally hits these quite accurately in game. Very little to get her not as composed. She's going to get that one to go, just as we expected, and we're gonna see the second shot from the line. Giving Liv Brannon and Emily Peterson some high fives. Perfect from the line for Walsh as they shrink the BG lead to 5. Much more.
What we expected.
Yeah, like a good distance between the two teams, but no one really pulling away just yet. As Carney's going to try and drive. Nobody's in the paint to stop her, and she doesn't get that one to go. Strong with the rebound as Walsh brings it up. And let's see what Goffstown can do with it here. I think they need a good possession here, Caleb, to try and get this lead back.
I agree. They definitely need a bucket right now.
Walsh is looking to do that, and she drives in. Hop step. Oh, and blocked again by BG. BG is just strong at the rim tonight. Breakaway foul on Kelly Walsh, blocking on much more. That one's just going to set an inbound back up. That was a nice little stop of tempo there for Kelly. Smart play.
That's already 2 fouls on her.
Yeah, that is. You don't want to take her out of this one though. Well, that was a smart play to stop the breakaway from happening. As we see a foul at the rim, that's the third on the team. Emma Strong picking that one up though. Coach Largy's not too discontent yet, but we could see that coming up. How we've already got 3. We could see a bonus before the end of the first half, which is never something you like when you have a opposing team as good of a shooter as BG.
Absolutely. Coach Larky's already got a poker face on him. You never quite know what he's thinking.
That's true. He doesn't get too heated on the sideline, that's for sure. As Carney gets her first one. It's going to be a 6-point lead now for the Cardinals. It's getting loud at the virtual den, as we're going to call it still. Haven't seen missed free throws yet from either team. 100% there with 8 taken in total. Not a single one missed. Brannon looking over the floor, and that one gets stolen from her. Goffstown needs to turn this one around if they hope to win this. As Smith takes it, and
they can't be having these turnovers.
Yeah, no, there's just too many turnovers. Smith with the lay-in on the inside to increase that lead to 9. Inside for Walsh, and she's gonna get fouled again. That's the second on relatively the same play. As we see the Grizzlies' upcoming schedule for the season there. That again, we had to simulate this season, and so we could get our expansion teams going here. Kelly with her second shot from the line tonight gets that one to go. Both teams still 100%. Something we were somewhat expecting, I'd say, Caleb.
Yeah, I think both teams are very good free throw shooters in real life and in the simulation.
Yeah, both teams very composed, that's for sure. Kelly gets her second one to go. Yeah, there we go. 10 free throws tonight. 10 for 10 for both teams in total. Much more on the outside. Out to Carney. Carney's going to drive. Emma Strong looks like she's guarding that paint a little bit. Much more on the outside. Back out to Carney. Carney sizing up Kelly here, looking what she wants to do with it. Got 2 seconds left on the shot clock as Smith pulls for mid-range. Can't get that one to go. Out to Brannon. Brannon's going to take this one up. And inside, that one's just going to be intercepted. You can't, again, these turnovers, we can't let them keep happening here for the Grizzlies. Much more is going to pump fake from outside as Kelly Walsh picks up Carney. Carney looking what to do with it. You've got Smith on Brannon there. That's a mismatch you don't want to see. There's a large size difference there. Stack with a nice little scoop layup. Can't get that one to go. Hits back iron. Brandon's going to take this one up. Kelly right down the left side, and that one's going to go. That's her signature there. That's what she's known for doing, those quick, fast breaks right down the left side with the left hand. Beautiful. Beautiful.
She is definitely perfected that her whole high school career.
Yeah, that shrinks the lead down to 5 here for BG. Let's see what they can do in response. Strong on Stack. Stack drives in, gets that one to go. So they say, we give you 2, we'll take 2. As we see the field goal percentage for either team tonight, not doing too hot on either side. That's to say the least right now. Kelly right inside. Wow, what an and one play from Kelly Walsh. Wow, she had three players on her. She had 3 BG defenders on her, and she slips that one inside for the chance at the and one. That's Kelly Walsh right there. Whether that's virtual or in real life, I think that's something she could pull off.
She's pretty much saying, well, I guess I'm going to have to lay up my way back into this game.
That's for sure, Caleb. Hits that one. We're still perfect on the night from 3, or from free throw. Pardon me. As much more taking this one up for BG. So my favorite thing whenever we have any contest between BG and Goffstown is the fact that BG's colors are green, yellow, and red, which is always interesting because Cardinals are definitely green and yellow. That's what I know. Strong on the inside, pump fake, and gets that one to go. That was a nice little pump fake by Strong there, and that's gonna. Just like that, the lead's down to 2 for BG as Carney's taking this one up. He's going to do a little...
So good job by Goffstown for getting back into this one.
Yeah. That's credit to Kelly Walsh and Strong there as that one goes in and out for, I believe that was Stack on the outside. Walsh out to Brannon. And Brannon, double guarded on the inside. We have yet to see any Winterburn in the game yet, as Wilcox gets that one to go on the inside. Brandon taking the ball up. Yeah, we haven't seen any signs of Ava Winterburn yet. We can expect her to come in for Strong at some point soon, as Walsh gets this one on the outside. And driving.
Little quiet shooting for Goffstown on the 3 so far tonight.
Yeah. Little quiet from everywhere for Goffstown. They're hanging in, though, with a 4-point lead, as Peterson just goes straight up with Wilcox, and Bree Wilcox being the player she is, I don't think you can just go straight up from behind her and expect her not to make that one. So that 2-point lead up to 6 for the Cardinals now, as Strong with the fadeaway from the inside and doesn't get that one to go. I think honestly, I think Goffstown needs to start taking better shots. We've seen some shots that I don't know if they'd be able to make in real life being taken, as Muchmore is going to pull the pump fake, and back to Muchmore is Carney. Stack wide open from mid-range, doesn't get that one to go. Kelly Walsh pulls down the rebound, and she is taking it up quick. She is looking right to go to that left side. Back over to the right side. Looks like she's going to want to get some lateral motion in there. Gifford on the outside with Wilcox on defense. Gifford driving. Floater for Gifford. That one's going to go. So it looks like at home, Shannon's been averaging 17 rebounds. Now, that may not be the most realistic, but I believe she leads the team in rebounds. So those numbers aren't terribly fictional. I'll say that. Strong comes
in
down
real
with
life,
that one
she is
there.
known as the rebounder.
Yeah. Peterson with the fake spin out to Brannon. Brannon with another fake spin here. Looks like that move was taught in practices here. Brannon with the shoulder on the outside. Walsh with the pick set by Strong. Walsh goes with the pick and doesn't get that one to go. That was a weird play set up there as Walsh moved in the same direction as the pick, which is not what you want to do, as you want to move opposite to kind of shake that player off of you. Much more dribbling around out to Smith on the outside. Carney, she had that shot wide open. Takes a step back, drives, and doesn't get that one to go. Shooting woes for both teams tonight, definitely prevalent, Caleb, as Peterson's taking this one up for Goffstown.
Yeah, this is definitely not what we expected. We expected an offensive shootout from both sides, but it's been the complete opposite so far.
Hey, low-scoring games aren't the worst, Caleb. It's nice to see some good competition, whether it's high-scoring or low-scoring. That's for sure.
Defense wins championships.
That's very true, and both teams have been strong on defense tonight, as we see really the first defensive let-up by Goffstown on the inside. We've got 28.5 seconds left in the first half, as we're gonna try and shorten halftime activities as much as possible. We won't see any shootout for a gift card tonight from Justin Huft, our athletic director, as Kelly with the hop step inside. That was a nice move, as that lead shrinks down to 4 for BG. Much more on the outside. It looks like Ava Winterburn is set to get in. I don't know if that's going to happen before the end of this first half, though. Euro on the inside for Stack. Doesn't get that one to go, as Walsh is just going to heave one up to end the quarter, and that one hits the back iron. That's going to be halftime. BG's got a 4-point lead over Goffstown right now. Close game, Caleb, I'd say.
Yeah, it's definitely been very close on both sides. Not what we expected, honestly, but Goffstown's hanging in there. Just needs to take some better shots and play some clean defense.
Yeah. So we've got our virtual Shaq, Ernie, and Kenny that we're going to skip right through and check out the highlights as we see Emily Doherty on Wilcox there. Pick set by Emma Strong. That was a nice little mid-range.
So folks, if you're watching this from out of state, please let us know where you are, because we want to know who's watching it, and we definitely greatly appreciate it. So sound off in the comments below whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Please let us know.
Coach Largy is watching tonight as we see his comment on Facebook. So thanks for tuning in, Coach, as we see some of the stats for Goffstown and BG. It's been a relatively close matchup, and it's been fun so far tonight to watch. That's for sure. As we're already halfway through the game.
I bet Coach Largy is jumping for joy in that 21 rebound stat.
Yeah, that's good, especially when a team has such a height advantage like BG on the inside with a 6-foot Stack and a 5'10" Wilcox and Smith. So that's great for Goffstown, to say the least.
It absolutely is.
Muchmore was wide open from outside, though. Couldn't get that one off in time. She's dribbling around and takes the mid-range, gets that one to go. That's going to bring the lead up to 6 for BG. We've seen kind of this back-and-forth type action here where Goffstown starts to get the lead down and can't get it to go. So let's see what they can do in the second half. We're definitely excited here at GTV as Liv pulls from mid-range and gets it to go. Is this the start of Liv Brennan's surge here at the start? Hopefully. That's all I can say.
We shall see. She's been quiet so far.
Yeah. Carney driving on the inside. Muchmore is going to grab that rebound, and Kelly Walsh gets the block there. Great contest by Kelly as she's going to take this one up and pass this one off to Strong, then to Brennan. Brennan with the screen. She's going to drive in, pull a little step back on Carney. Floater, doesn't get that one to go. Can't get the rebound over Carney. Wilcox taking this one up for the Cardinals. Yeah, Liv Brandon 1 from 6 from the field tonight. I think we're going to need to see her come up and shoot and score a lot more. That's for sure, as the ball's going to roll away from Strong there on the inbound. She gets that one to go. So, Caleb, you're in Goffstown right now. I'm actually in Hooksett, so we are doing this game virtually commentated. We are not in the same room right now. We are
very far away from each other.
Yeah, that's for sure. At least 30 minutes by car, as Kelly doesn't get that one to go. And you can hear it a little bit from the crowd. Somebody was not liking that shot selection there for Goffstown. Stack working Shannon on the outside and gets that one to go. That turnaround, Jay. That was a nice little shot from Stack. She got 6 points and 38% in the first half. Bounce pass out to Gifford from Doherty. Doherty at the top of the key. Doherty pulls from 3 and doesn't get that one to go as it hits back iron. Wilcox taking this one up. Slowing the fast break down is Goffstown. Good to see that one. Defense chant comes from the virtual crowd here in Goffstown.
You see, I can't hear the defense. I can't hear the volume in the game.
That's a shame, but Gifford on the inside, perfect. And that's gonna bring the lead back down to 6. So we've seen this kind of back and forth with this BG lead. Hopefully we can get this one. Hopefully we can get it this time. That's the hope. As Smith on the outside, little switch and pick and roll. On the inside is Carney. Doesn't get that one to go. Gifford with the rebound. Doherty's
what a surprise!
Yeah, that's for sure. Brandon on the outside with a pick from Kelly. Brandon with a nice little fake spin off the high glass, and she grabs her offensive rebound and gets the pump fake with the nice layup. Back down to 4 for the lead for BG. So that was a nice little pump fake there from Brandon to open herself up. Stack, guarded by Strong, is going to drive inside and pass off to much more. Wilcox on the outside, Carney on the outside. And Carney swatted away by Emma Strong. What a block.
Good play.
That went into the 3rd row, I believe, Caleb, as we're going to see Ava Winterburn sub in for Emma Strong. That always stinks whenever there's a good defensive play and the player gets subbed out. But
yeah, it is.
I can't wait to see Ava's offensive production because that's what she's been doing this year for sure. Ava, if you're watching, it's exciting to see a freshman come out and score it like this as Shannon gets the good look inside, and Shannon is on fire now. She's got that glass cleaning build is what it's called, getting those rebounds, as we're going to see a timeout here called by BG. So
yeah, it's down to 2.
It's down to 2. Caleb, what have you liked so far seeing in this game?
So I like how it's definitely been a game of mini runs. Goffstown gets a run, then BG gets a run right back, though. But it seems like Goffstown's hanging in there. There's definitely been some great blocks, great defense on both sides. So it's going to come down to which team is going to make the least mistakes and is going to play the tougher defense.
We've got our virtual hype team. That one doesn't look as much like Nick Tizanos as I'd expect it to, but
it looks a little rough.
All right. Cardinals are going to get the inbound here as Smith is going to take that one, and much more straight to the inside to Wilcox, guarded by Doherty. And Wilcox going to take that one back outside. Another defense chant from the fans here. Way outside, doesn't get that one to go as Winterburn pulls down the rebound. Kelly fighting her way inside. Is she going to pull that one? No. She dribbles her way back outside. She's triple teamed. She was triple teamed there, Caleb.
Yeah, that's one way of stopping her.
Yeah, and Smith is going to get 2 blocks on that possession, and Shannon's just got to play a little bit better offense there.
After the game, we need to check to see how many blocks Smith has, because she's got to have at least 5 at this point.
I think it's around 3 or 4. Mid-range, good for Carney. That's going to bring the lead back up to 4, as that's going to stop the scoring drought for both teams here for the past about minute, I'd say. As Brandon's going to drive inside. Gifford straight up. Can't get that one to go. Gets the offensive rebound, though, and blocked again by Smith. That one's going to put her at 5, I believe, Caleb. Smith on the inside. Right back. Coast to coast for Smith.
Yeah, she's been doing work on both sides of the floor.
Walsh looking like she wants to cut inside. Brandon didn't take the right approach, though. Brandon driving. She had Winterburn open, but she's going to hit that shot. Doesn't matter for her. She's one of Goffstown's best shooters, to say the least, as we see the shooting percentages for both teams from the field. That looked like it was a moving screen there, Caleb, as that one's not going to go. And who else but Shannon Gifford pulls down the rebound. Doherty on the break. She should pass it off here. She's got some hard D. And Wilcox is going to get that one blocked again by Smith. Smith has just been ferocious on the blocks tonight.
A nightmare.
Stack on the inside, guarded by Brannon. Not much to do there. 8-inch height difference. As you can see, Bishop Girton has a 19.4 assists per game, which, again, not realistic in the slightest. That's just because of our simulation of the league so far. Walsh on the outside. Looks like she's going to drive. Step back, though. Back out to Doherty. She's going to get the screen from Gifford, and blocked by Smith. Smith has just been...
Another block.
She has just been putting in that work in the paint tonight. As Stack's going to go up and get fouled there by Walsh. That's her third, so we've got to be careful. We cannot lose Kelly Walsh, especially in a game with this much on the line.
It'd be a real shame if she was a foul out on her last career game.
Yeah, well, virtual game. We're gonna see Stack at the line here.
Yeah.
See if we can continue that 100% from the charity stripe tonight.
From both teams.
And it's going to continue for the time being, at least, as we see Emily Peterson checking in for Doherty. So I think the headline here is defense and free throws, and that's a lot of what we've been seeing today, Caleb.
Yeah, definitely on both sides. For pretty much the thing is, don't foul them. Don't foul each other because they're hitting their free throws.
Yeah. And if you're the opposing coach, you say, don't foul them and just keep hitting your shots. So if you get fouled, just keep hitting your shots. Gifford on the outside with Smith guarding her. That's not something you want to see right now. And that's Smith in the paint. She has been putting in work. Gifford from mid-range, though, can't get that one to go.
No, not her shot.
We're getting close to the fourth. As we still see BG with an 8-point lead, as it's good contest from Peterson and from Winterburn on the inside there. Peterson out to Walsh. That was a dime. That was a very good pass. Winterburn on the inside working on Stack, and she's going to go out to 3, but pass off to Peterson. Winterburn wasn't bad from long range this season, as Walsh doesn't get that one to go. Again, not something you see from Walsh, just shooting woes happening again, and a heave at the end of the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, we've got BG up by 8. Again, this is kind of what we were expecting. Maybe not even this close, Caleb.
Goffstown is clinging on a prayer, though, but honestly, though, they need to start scoring in the fourth quarter. Otherwise, if BG gets another mini run, gets the lead up to like 13 or 14, this game's going to be over.
I think, honestly, though, I think it's a accomplishment keeping BG this close. If the outcome isn't positive tonight, you can look at one thing and say keeping BG this close is definitely a positive, as the first matchup of the year came out to be 70-34.
Absolutely.
Winterburn on the inside. That should have been a foul, Caleb. She was hacked. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And that
she got the
was,
bucket though.
Yeah, that's good on the inside, but she was hacked, and I'm not talking video game there. She was physically hacked. Smith on the inside. Shannon with the contest and pulls down that rebound.
In other news, water is wet.
Yeah, Shannon has just been pulling down rebounds tonight. And she bangs down the mid-range jumper as lead shrinks back down to 4 for BG. So it's just been back and forth while BG has been retaining their lead. It's still been back and forth.
But Goffstown needs to get like this extra little mini run and possibly get the lead back.
Carney working the inside on Brannon. Brannon, no shot contest there. That was a nice little hop step. Brannon with 14, or Carney with 14 points and still only 31% from the field. That shows you how much work that has been put in on the charity stripe tonight, Caleb. Shannon driving, hop step, and doesn't get that one to go, but she pulls down the offensive rebound and doesn't get the second shot to go. That's you got to hit those, especially
you got to score
like
in the fourth quarter. You
Carney
need to be getting these shots.
Carney can't get the fast break opportunity to go as Walsh slowing the pace down and still driving. 3 people on her again, 3 defenders and the foul, and Kelly Walsh gets that one to go as Winterburn coming over ecstatic for Walsh. That was a great play.
This is Walsh's quarter. She needs to have a big quarter right now. She's sort of been kind of not been too much of a factor tonight.
We saw her in that fourth quarter against Memorial, the last game played for the Grizzlies. She put the dagger in Memorial there with a wide open layup to close the game out as she hits that one from the free throw line. Still perfect.
Down the 3.
Still perfect for the team, for both teams tonight as Wilcox taking this one up. Out to Carney. You don't want to see that backcourt out by the 3-point line, especially wide open, as Muchmore doesn't get that one to go. But Walsh is driving and Peterson inside. Perfect release from Peterson. See that green around her feet? That one's going to show. Perfect. As the lead is only down to 1 for BG. This is what we were hoping for. A close game that's going to come down to the final quarter. And
this is what it's all about.
This is especially in a championship game, whether it's virtual or in real life. This is what we as basketball enthusiasts, I'd say, hope for. As the lead's going to go back up to 3 on the 2 ball. And Walsh driving, fouled, but can't get that one to go. That's the second on Carney this quarter. As Walsh is going to go back to the free throw line. See if we can keep that 100%. That's been going all night here. Not one single missed shot. She's got the chance for 2 from the line here. That would, if she keeps this 100% streak going, that would bring the lead down back to 1 for BG. Perfect release from Kelly Walsh there as it's silent in the den. The Grizzly sleeps tonight, I guess, as Kelly Walsh goes to the free throw line.
I'm pretty sure the Grizzlies going to be alive in a couple minutes.
Hopefully. That's
as the game comes to an end.
Walsh hits both of them, and Walsh has got her on fire going. And I'm surprised her badge isn't slasher, Caleb. She's more of a shot creator, according to 2K. But I'd say she's a slasher. She wants that inside look whenever she can get, for those that know 2K.
2K's got a mind of its own.
Yeah, sometimes. Again, if you're reading the disclaimer on screen right now, the events proceeding in the broadcast will not be recognized officially by the NHIAA. Most aspects of player creation, uniforms, and stadiums were made to be accurate, but may not be correct. Any incorrect info is an error on GTV's part and was not meant in an insulting or degrading manner. This broadcast was created in hopes of having closure and, more importantly, a fun time. So I hope everybody's been having a fun time tonight. We're definitely getting what we paid no admission for. So
the price of no money.
That's free, I believe, Caleb.
I'm going to say the lack of price of admission.
Yeah. As Muchmore is going to get that one on the inside. Again, the field goal percentage hasn't been perfect, but around what we were expecting for both teams. 40 and 36% is kind of the flow we've been seeing in the normal in real life games, as we can say. As Carney's going to take this one on the fast break, foul by Livy Brannon. She's going to get 2 at the line here, and that can bring the lead up to 5. So we want to be cautious here if you're Goffstown fouling anymore.
It's another mini run for BG, getting the lead back up to 5.
You gotta take advantage of Kelly with her on fire right now, especially in the fourth quarter, as that one's gonna bring the lead up to 4. And Carney with her second attempt from the line. Perfect. Still 100% for both teams, and the lead is up to 5 for BG. 6 of 6, 4 of 4 for BG in the first and second half. And Walsh wide open on the inside, gets that one to go. If you're BG, you can't leave her open, especially in this setting, Caleb.
No, you'd rather want anybody else shooting it. Well, you wouldn't want to leave anybody open, though, but the last person you want to leave open is Kelly.
Especially on that inside driving. She gets that hoop in her sight, and she just keeps going. Much more driving as well. Doesn't get that one to go, as who pulls down the rebound there? None other than Shannon Gifford. Inside to Strong.
The sun is hot.
Strong can't get that one to go, as we're down to 4 minutes left, halfway through the fourth quarter. 3-point lead, 5-point lead now for BG. It's been neck and neck for the most part for the majority of the fourth quarter for BG.
It has. BG still holding the lead though, not allowing the lead to slip away.
Walsh hits that one from mid range. She's got 5 according to 2K from mid range. I don't think that's possible. It's impossible to get a odd number as Walsh pulls that one down. Peterson's going to drive and work her way inside. Doesn't get that one. Back out to Brannon. Lob up to Kelly. That was an odd display there. We saw a lob as Smith's driving. Shannon with the block sends it back to her own bench. What a play from Shannon, especially with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That is clutch from Shannon Gifford. We're going to see Emily Doherty check in here for Peterson. Smith back out to Carney. Carney's going to drive and get fouled by Gifford. Honestly, I think I said this when I was on broadcast a couple months ago with Scott. In my opinion, any foul that you don't foul out with that stops a bucket is a good foul.
I agree. I think that's an oddly very good point.
Statistically, if you look at it, it works out, and you can talk to Coach Bracey about that, as he is a stats teacher. But any in my opinion, any foul that stops a shot and doesn't foul out is a good foul.
First free throw's good.
And again, in other news, Shannon Gifford's getting rebounds tonight.
In other news, the space is black.
I don't know if there's a color. If space has a color, we'll have to contact a space science teacher at Goffstown to check in with that one. Miss Gratton, do we have her hotline going right now? 5-point lead as Walsh gets the feed inside, doesn't get that one to go, and can't pull down the rebound over Stack. Looks like it was fought for midair. It was a nice feed from Brannon as Strong gets the block, and Gifford pulls that one out of the air before it can go out of bounds. Some great defense on either side as Walsh drives in on a defensive miscue and can't get that one to go. 2 minutes left.
Oh, she's got to hit that shot.
She has to. 2 minutes left, a little over 2 minutes left, rather, remaining in this fourth quarter. As we'd like to, whether the outcome is positive or negative for the Grizzlies tonight, we couldn't control it. This game was simulated. We just hoped for the best, and we tried to make this as accurate as possible. So we'd like to thank everyone from their respective towns for tuning in tonight, as we hoped to display a fun time and means of closure for this incredible girls basketball season. It's not over yet, but we could see BG finish there. Is it 5-peat, Caleb, or is it 4-peat?
I think it's a 5-peat for BG.
Still not over. You can never count out Kelly Walsh and her incredible scoring, as she's going to drive and pass off to Gifford. Can't get that one to go. Second chance. Can't get it to go again. Gifford on the inside. Third chance. Gets it to go. That's going to bring the lead down to 5. So, maybe a 5-peat won't happen. I don't know. We have to see how good defense is as Shannon Gifford gets the steal. Wow. Oh no, and a steal from BG. This is getting interesting, Caleb, to say the least.
Yeah, the game's falling into a bit of a chaotic pace right now.
Strong with the good shot contest as Walsh is going to pull that one down, and it looks like she's going to speed this one up. She's only got a minute to score 5 points, and a dunk from Emily Doherty! That is...
Doherty with a dunk?
That is the magic of 2K working right there. I don't know how that one happened, to be honest. I thought I had turned everyone's dunk ratings down. I guess we see a dunk in prime time and in clutch time for Doherty. That was interesting, Caleb. Wow. Gifford on the inside, and one from Gifford as she has the chance to tie it up. Oh my huge. Goodness. This is insane.
Biggest free throw of her career coming up.
Wow. Caleb, I couldn't have asked for a better simulation. We just saw a dunk from Emily Doherty. Emily, if you're watching, I'd like to know if you could pull that off in real life. I don't doubt it.
A lob two-handed dunk.
I don't doubt it, but I do doubt it at the same time. So it's definitely getting interesting here as Shannon gets that one to go. It's going to continue the 100% streak, and it's tied up here for Goffstown. What a pace of events here, Caleb. This has been
57.
This has been an incredible game so far. I am ecstatic. I couldn't have seen a better outcome. Whether it goes Goffstown or BG's way, I don't think I could have made a better outcome happen. Caleb, this is getting awesome.
Yeah, this is getting pretty excited right now. I'm actually starting to get into this.
We see our junior dance team coming out here, which I don't think Goffstown has. I mean, if we did, that'd be pretty cool. We have to talk to athletic director Huft. Maybe we could get that in next year somehow. Hopefully. So this is clutch time, folks. Wow. Wow. That's about all I can say right now. This is incredible. I'm getting texts from my friends, all ecstatic that Emily Doherty just dunked, and Addison Smith is gonna get the player of the game. I think that's because she was pulling down so many blocks. I believe I called her.
Yeah.
I was saying Anna earlier in the stream, so I'm sorry. We don't have the rosters in front of us, and that's a miscue on my part. You're going to see the inbound for BG as Carney's going to drive, hop step, and a foul by Kelly Walsh. That's her 4th. And we're going to see if we can continue this 100% from the free throw line. Wow. This has been a game, to say the least, Caleb.
How much time's left, Roden?
34.2 seconds.
Yeah, I can't see the score because your face is in the way.
Oh, We're on a Zoom conference call right now, if you didn't know. So that's going to put them up by 1. And I was just astounded that Emily Doherty dunked. That was not planned, folks. We did not expect that to happen. We were trying to be accurate, and I think that may have messed it up. But it did add for some excitement here as Carney gets both of them from the free throw line, and it looks like Coach Largy's going to take his second to last timeout here. Caleb, do you mind if I just skip through this timeout so we can get right to the action?
Go right ahead.
All right, let's do it. If I can. I'm not I can. Wow, what a game, Caleb. What a game. Kelly getting this at the top of the key. Inside, deflected. Oh my goodness. There's enough time left on the shot clock. And Carney for 3, and it goes. That's going to put them up by 5.
That might be the dagger.
That might be the
dagger that finally finishes off Goffstown.
That was clutch by Carney. And again, I can say whether it goes either way at this point, Caleb, it has been a great game. And I'm glad we got to finish our season this way. So let's continue on. Let's see if we can get 5 points in a matter of 24.9 seconds. Hopefully we can.
Stranger things have happened.
Pass into Strong. Walsh resetting the play. She's going to go back up. Carney with the tight defense at the top of the key. And driving. Doesn't get that one to go. And I think that's foul on Walsh. That's going to put him at the line. Caleb, I think we just saw our dagger there. It's a sad moment for Goffstown viewers, and we apologize because we couldn't control this outcome. It was simulated through 2K, so it looks like BG is going to go on for their 5-peat, unless some turn of events happens.
Still perfect free throws, still.
Yeah, it's quite incredible. I don't know if that's happened before, especially with the amount of free throws that's been taken. Well, if it was one way to see the season end, whether it was negative or positive, as Brandon puts up a 3 and doesn't get that one to go, this was an incredible way to end our season, and we'd like to thank everyone who tuned in as BG unofficially finishes their 5-peat. Now, we'd like to remind everyone the events in this broadcast are not going to be official, and Goffstown and BG are going to remain co-champions. And we just wanted this for closure. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We hope to see you possibly again. There may be a similar broadcast coming up soon. We'll see. So thank you, everyone, and have a great night.